Welcome back. Once again, Spain has come to the rescue of migrants drifting at sea, again rejected by Italy and Malta, which says it will not be dictated to by Italy. The Maltese government said the rescue vessel carrying the migrants has not manifested any distress. And this leaves many wondering what could be worse, the risk posed by the seas or the rejection by European governments.
Malta's response to the rescue ship may not have been made out of inhumane reasons, but more out of sovereignty. And who other than Italy, which a week ago had rejected a rescue ship, owing to not wanting to become a camp for migrants. Italy's ports are usually the nearest for ships rescuing migrants off the coast of Libya. This one, the Lifeline, would be the second in a week to be refused entry. The vessel was carrying 226 migrants rescued from the sea near the Libyan coast. One of the two ships, operated by German NGO Mission Lifeline, that the Italians have vowed to impound. Italy wants European partners to shoulder more of the burden of immigration from North Africa. Transport Minister Danilo Toninelli said in a live video on his Facebook page that the nearest and safest port is Malta, asking them not to turn the other way when there are over 200 people on a boat that can carry only 50 people. Malta's government spokesman said in a statement on Friday that the country was not competent authority because initial search and rescue was done by Libya and that the ship breached its obligations to follow Libyan instructions. On Saturday, the Maltese government said its army was answering a request to offer medical assistance to a person on board the MV Lifeline boat and would also provide humanitarian supplies. On Saturday, French President Emmanuel Macron said countries that refuse migrants with proven asylum status must be handed financial sanctions.
You asked about the system of sanction mechanisms which could be implemented in cases of non-solidarity. It's a debate we'll have within the framework of financial possibilities. I am, for myself, in favor of having mechanisms that indeed take this into account. But we can't have countries that massively benefit from the solidarity of the European Union and that massively voice their national selfishness when it comes to migrant issues.
He made the comments after his meeting with the new Spanish Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, at the Élysée Palace. Both leaders agreed that additional detention centers should be opened in Europe to review asylum seekers' applications.
What will our approach be? Is what we discussed with President Macron that the European Union must not only bilaterally reinforce this dialogue within the European Union, it is an inevitable and necessary dialogue which we must implement with countries of origin and transit, which we're actually already doing.
And while Spanish rescue vessels continue to course through the Mediterranean in search of migrants in distress, the Maltese government sent medical assistance and humanitarian supplies to the MV Lifeline boat carrying more than 200 migrants. EU leaders met on Sunday to discuss disputes over migration with the aim to prepare the ground for a formal EU summit at the end of next week.